pay for everyone,
yeah,
and we need to be thinking about what is right for the business and also for you.
yeah,
And that's a kind of a left out the message there. And also Orest is kind of coming back, what 60K is something that he's expected to have. And
yeah.
also yeah, we kind of said well, let's see and what we can do. I think that is kind of the feeling I have is that obviously we can talk about this any number of times, but I think he really wants a little bit higher in that range of salary, which is kind of tough
Yeah, but
to make.
what I'd say, Raj, what we've always got to be aware of, because I've been in business too long to not know this, you will have times when it's really tough. And what you need to do when the time is tough, have like a fixed salary agreed at 45K, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that when it's tough, you can call that 45K. So like now with coronavirus, all my guys that are outside that I pay retainers to, I just reduce the retainer to give them some money. I've helped them furlough themselves or the freelancers to get some money coming through so they're stable. But I haven't got a salary going out every month with no work coming in because I go bust. Yeah. So what you've got to do is plan for the worst case. And so what I would say to you, this is just to think about. I would say, look, we'll put you on a fixed salary of 45 grand. That's what you get per month.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you remember I said to you, maybe if he delivers things quicker, so when the fees are in and it's going well, you don't mind paying him a few extra quid,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe, if it's a good year, you may be paying him £70,000. But that's the flex, that's good times and bad times. So look, I'll leave it with you. 60,000, I understand 60,000 sounds good. Personally, in a business that's a startup, I think it's a very high salary.
It
Yeah,
is, yeah.
very high salary for a startup. It isn't for a corporation, I get that, but in a corporation you're paying 70% tax, so that's the way it's going. Well, not 50% tax. So what I would just always say to you, and I'm sure Deepak will give you the same advice, is to try and keep the basic salary manageable for difficult times. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then find a way of giving him supplementary money based on good times or regular times. And then obviously when there's bad times, it goes back to 45K. Yeah, you with me? So have a think about that.
No, I think
Yeah,
that was sensible. I think that, I mean, obviously, yeah, 40, 45. I think yes, and also we made a very point very simple also with Orest also, that what, today he might ask 60. Tomorrow
yeah,
we have a PhD from somewhere else coming. What, my market is 90, and obviously
yeah,
someone else say, what, I need 80. We cannot
yeah,
just keep the technical people. Obviously, what, it's not, it's too much money, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's where I think it doesn't work like in a startup, right? Like that, if you keep paying that much money, it's a huge burnout, right?
You'll go bust.
Yeah, that's just to put it very simply. Yes, I go bust. And I mean, the discussion was went well. I think there's an action on Deepak as well to find out the figures what we have right now. And then he said
Yeah,
actually he'll come back to him by early next week. And very rationally that what, it will be most likely in that range, like you said, 40K or something like that. And we say, okay, this
yeah,
is the options you have for now. And obviously, if you're not prepared to work full time, I think the arrangement is always part time, 3 to 4 days,
yeah,
which is always happening. It's never full time, right? We're not
yeah,
million miles away. If you look at
yeah,
4 days a week or 3.5 days a week, 45 is actually equivalent to 60 for 5 full time,
yeah, yeah.
right?
No, that's it. You're absolutely right. So that is the figure, and then play with the days. And then if it gets busy, he gets more. And if he's delivering particularly well because he's using all these tech guys from all over the world at low cost and delivering good product, then he gets more money. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, Neil, I think the point I mentioned to you is that currently I'm running all the things, right? So
yeah,
I'm on the calls, and obviously I'm making sure the team is recruited in India, because now we are not doing much in the Russian team at all, because the team is in India now. They're doing the same thing for almost like continuous, like a monthly work, right?
yeah, yeah,
So all the discussions are happening, and I think I've been almost like day in and day out, like making sure they are there, requirements are there. I think I would like to see that person, whoever that is in the technology side, to take the position.
yeah,
And
yeah,
obviously, Orest has got a different view of doing kind of more research and development. I think I get it. not everyone is can able to explain and also be the lead person. That is actually a gap we need to fill. Like
Yeah,
honestly, I told you last 2 days ago, and that
yeah,
is something we need to look at that beyond our beyond AI, because obviously now it is a time, and slowly we get the team updated as well, so that we'll find the right resource in due course.
yeah, yeah.
And it's not having a single point of contact in a failure, right? As an example.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that is actually kind of is important, right? Because that's where we are, and I think we'll make a sensible decision on that. Of course, you know what, and I'm sure you'll appreciate where we started, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
everything is transparent. Also, is get stock options. Of course, the stock options could be reduced if you go to the highest option of the salary, right? Whatever it is, and
yeah.
Deepak is very aware of that, and he put a structure for that. I think
And
that's
I think, and to be honest with you, Raj, I think you've done a good job. It's always a bit tricky. It's always a bit tricky, and it's early days for you negotiating, and you're a nice guy. You want everybody to be happy, but at the end of the day, if we can all share a little bit of the cost at the moment before we become mega successful, then that's good, because we will have hiccups, Raj. That's a fact, But at the moment, I have to say, I think things are, as we stand at this moment in time, following our meeting on Tuesday, on the new business, it's slowly going in the right direction. So I think you should be relatively happy with that.
okay.
Yeah.
No, thanks for that, Neil. And of course, we will have to be very sensible about it. I think, sorry, this at least this daily meetings, like 15 minutes is okay for you, like instead of actually having ad hoc calls.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's just a catch up at the end of the day, and it's your chance to bounce me what's worrying you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, because that way at least, I don't need to, sometimes I feel that I'm taking a lot of time from you sometimes, but I think mainly I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm absolutely fine. To be honest with you, it's a friendly chat. And obviously, I think hopefully when we maybe get some money across the line on Skillify, we'll actually be talking about developing a sentiment platform for Skillify. So might be some real money coming through. Yeah?
No, I agree. I think that's what I think we're all about. Right? I think Orest's case is easy, and then I think not easy. I think we'll have to deal with that. And Ian's, we haven't had a conversation like you said beginning, and like we have a conversation with him tomorrow with Deepak. Just again, keeping the same things about
Yeah, my only point on Ian's, because I read through it, is